Yep. I remember so. Yep.
How do you just kind of evaluate this game as a whole? Like, what do you think went wrong?
I mean, execution of the game plan, but again, I think, when you have 4 games in 7 days, now that, you know, they maximize their efforts in the first two, and actually even in the third one. And so for me, it's explaining to them, okay, the shorter stints are going to happen, but then how can you guys be very impactful in those shorter stints? So it was the first time we've able to do that, because then that means a little bit different lineups, different matchups. But I thought it's different for them, and I think that's what we saw. So I think I can be a little bit more intentional in terms of like my messaging. But I was very actually proud of Chetchy, the way she started us off. She got to her spots. She executed in terms of what we were looking for. I thought Gabby got to her spots, and then Tip came in, and she gave us this composure of executing an ATO, getting to her spots. Then she got to the second action when they took away, her layup, and then she got to the third action when they took away both. So as much as it's hard to take away from a loss, but to see those growths between those three, I thought was really impressive against against the Las Vegas Aces defense. Yep.
And then Veronica was getting some less minutes. Was that just like managing the stretch?
She had heavy minutes these first 3 games. Health is the priority to walk away from these 4 games in 7 days, and we did that because we're facing a team that had 3 days rest compared to our 4 and 7. We knew that was going to be the situation. That's why we went with shorter stints. I also love Jaw's fight. I think Jaw's fight tonight didn't quit. And so, she even made a play, I thought, in the post where we made an adjustment at halftime, and she executed, passed it right to LA, and LA knocked it down. So I'm seeing little improvements in terms of what we can adjust on the fly and if they can execute it. So it was really nice that they did that.
I know like effort's been kind of like the big thing you talked about.
Yeah.
Like, can that be hard to evaluate when you know there are tired legs too? Like, how do you kind of get both of those things?
Shorter stints. Again, that's what we were trying to do today. But I thought, again, those 3, Chetchy, Gabby, and Tip, I thought they maximize those stints from what I saw, because we were putting a lot on them making the decisions in the situations and the spots that we were getting, because they started to double the block, then they started to double Tip, and then they started to even double Gabby at times. So it was really good to see that they made good decisions coming out of it. Yep.
I know that like the big thing with shot quality has been just like getting shots that you can.
Yep.
But when you go 5 for 30 from 3-point range,
Yeah.
like, what stands out to you about that?
Yeah, that's what I was. Me and Kasib were going back and forth of. It's like is that their legs? Again, so we're taking a lot from this. But again, I thought Caitlyn got to the rim whenever she wanted. Actually, it didn't matter what matchup she had, which was really nice to see. Like I said, Tip until she got elbowed in the face. It's like hard to get her to go downhill when she's sitting on the bench. But again, I thought. We made good strides. And then I love Nadia coming off the bench. That rebound that she got and then just making a selfless play and then ended up coming back to her hands. Really good. Again, Stay Ready group did a great job. And I thought Ystay executed a play that we designed. So, again, seeing the positives in a loss. Yeah.
I was going to ask what you say. It's kind of the first time that we've seen her kind of like with that point guard role. Mm-hmm. What do you kind of think about like how that's progressing, seeing in the real game now?
Yeah, I thought she was really composed. I thought she was able to pick apart the pick and rolls when she was in there. It's just, again, we're really looking for the physicality and the rebounding piece, which I think she's improved on. I think from the Indiana game, I think we've been actually focusing on that a lot in the Stay Ready games. So, again, having this opportunity to get in there, to fight and to battle against, really great players, I thought that was a positive.
Defensively, I think they shot like 68% or something
Yeah.
around that.
Yeah.
What do you kind of take away from that? Is it the legs? Is it just that's a really good team, or like what's your takeaway?
Well, we did some different coverages that needed some good legs, and that's why we went shorter stints. So maybe it might have been the coverage. So that's on me in terms of the game plan. I could, assess it a little bit better rather than going really, really aggressive, because that could have got their legs in terms of then on the offensive end. But no, I thought we lost a little bit of our physicality, and that's where I think I have to be better at of how to manage it.
And then What do you kind of make of that? Is that just shots don't fall, or what do you make of that stuff?
Yeah, I actually did like our shots. I thought Tip was organizing us really well. I thought Caitlyn did a really good job. I think they just did not fall. Those shots I really liked because they were through our sets. So, but again, if they're not falling, what should we do? Then we got to, look to rebound a little bit more, and then we have to sprint back on defense. So just having that, because a lot of their shots, it's in the paint, but it's in transition.
Yeah.
So shot quality, making shots is going to affect our transition.
And then the technical on Tip in the fourth quarter, what happened on that?
The ref she said something. I said, try not to listen to her. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, I'll find out, but yeah.
We just didn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Marissa.